Do you want to keep certain drives totally hidden in Windows? In this quick tutorial, I'll show you how to hide any drive using just the Windows registry, safely and instantly. Stick around. By the end of the video, your sensitive drives will be completely invisible to prying eyes. Subscribe for more tech tips and tricks. Now let's get started. So to hide any drive in Windows, you have to stick with me to the end because you can't afford to miss any of the steps, okay? So to get started, I'm going to use my virtual machine for demonstration. So let me bring my virtual machine, which I've launched already. And then let me show you something real quick, okay? If I click on the File Explorer, then I click on the disk PC, you can see we have the local disk C and the drive D, okay? So you are going to hide the local disk C. So to do that, I'm going to click on the search, and then I'll right click on the registry, okay? Then I'll run as administrator. So I'm going to click on yes to allow these apps to make changes. So at the registry, we are going to expand 8-key local machine, and then we expand software. So at the software, we are going to expand Microsoft. So at the Microsoft, we are going to scroll down, okay, and then we expand Windows. So let me scroll down, then I'll expand Windows. So at the Windows, we are going to expand current version. So at the current version, I'm going to scroll down, and then we expand policies. So at the policies, I'm going to click on Explorer. In your case, if you don't have the Explorer, you can create it by right-clicking on the policies, and then you go to New and then Key, okay? So you name your key Explorer. But in my case, I have it there, so I'm going to click on that. Then I'm going to create a D word in the Explorer. So to do that, I'm going to right-click on an empty space at the right pane. Then I go to New, and then D word 32-bit value, okay? So I'm going to name my D word No Drives. Okay, so I'm going to double click on that. Then I'll change the value data from 0 to 4. Then I'll click on OK. But let me show you something real quick, okay? So let me bring my whiteboard. So these are the drive letters, okay? So I have the drive letters and then the decimal value, okay, or the bit mask, okay? So if the drive is labeled drive A, the value is 1. If it's drive B, the value is 2. So drive C, the value is 4. So you add up, okay? So in this case, I'm editing the drive C, okay? So I'm using the value 4. So let me show you. If I double click on that, you see I've changed the value to 4, okay? That is the local disk C, okay? So in your case, if you want to hide the local disk C and D, okay, you adapt the values, okay? So when you adapt, you get 12, okay? So you change the value data to 12, okay? So it will hide the local disk C and the local disk D, okay? So this is how to hide the two values. But in my case, I'm hiding only the drive C, so I've changed it to 4, okay? So when you are done, you restart the system or you restart Windows Explorer for the changes to take effect, okay? So let me close the registry. So I'm going to restart the Windows Explorer. So to do that, I'm going to right click on the taskbar, then I'll click on Task Manager. So at the Task Manager, I'm going to search for Windows Explorer, okay? So I'll click on that, and then I'll click on Restart Task. Okay, so it's restarting the task. Okay, so now when we go back to the File Explorer, and then we click on the disk PC, you see now we don't have the local disk C, okay? We have only the drive D, okay? So to revert the changes, let me close the File Explorer. You are going to click on the search, and then you go back to the registry, okay? So you are going to right click the registry, and then we click Run as Administrator. So I'll click on Yes, and then I'll double click on the no drives, and then change the value data to 0, okay? And then I'll click on OK. You can even delete the no drive, the changes will take effect, okay? So let me restart the Windows Explorer again, and then let's see the outcome. So I'm going to right click on the task bar, then I'll click on Task Manager. So I'm going to search for Windows Explorer, okay? So I'll click on that, and then I'll restart task. So let me close the task manager. Okay, so if I go back to the file explorer and then this PC, you can see now we have the local disk C. Okay, so when you hide the drive, you can use the command prompt to still get access to the drive when hidden. Okay, so this brings us to the end of the tutorial. Please, if you find value in this video, please consider supporting the channel by clicking on the subscribe button and liking the video. Thank you for watching and see you in the next tutorial. Bye bye for now.